Hello and welcome back to Forts, where today we're jumping straight into Tanya's mod. We're playing some Tanya's Commander's mod Reloaded, and we're jumping into it here on the big battleships map, Battleships High Seas. Why are we doing this? Because, well, I want to make a ginormous artillery platform. You heard that right, we're going to be building the biggest artillery platform I can manage, and that is how we're going to get started here. So without further ado, let's jump into the action. This is a 2 versus 2, so we will have a fair bit of activity going on here. I will be retasking much of this early segment to obtain more goodies. Let me see if I can assist in the removal of... I see the teammate is constructing all of the mines, which is typically a detrimental thing to do, at least at this stage. However, I can play around it with enough APM, and I believe I've got that going well. And as long as he completely completes this construction, which it looks like he has, then we should be good to go. Now, I'm going to continue to spread everything out here. Alright, get that all going nice and strong. I'm going to do this to deter him from building even more things here. There we go. And then down, and then sell, and then more tech. And then more tech, and then more tech, and then carry on. And how are we on tech? That is completing now, which will give us additional technologies. I am looking for, I believe, this one. I think I'm going for both. We're just gonna go for both because we can. I wouldn't mind getting the atom cannon, which you guys may recognize as being awesome. But I think we'll save that for another video. So make sure to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss the next time we go for atom cannon shenaniganery, which I think will be a great time all around. Carry this on. That's the anti-air has been sold off. I could work with that. I'm going to sell this guy because I don't want to have to deal with it being there. It would be par for the course for us to be developing that into something along the lines of a what is it called? A tier 3 cannon. However, that's not going to be happening this time, because while I do intend to go for artillery, that is not the flavor of artillery we will be constructing today. Now, for those who are familiar with our battleships builds, you'll know that we usually swing this core away. I don't know if I can... You know what? I'm going to make an effort to do that. See if we can manage that here. Nice and quick and painless, if at all possible. There we go. That should be about right. Here and here. And this will drop into the water. Nice and steady. There we go. No detonations. Good. And now we can replace this. And then we are going to have such an absurd amount of eco. It's a concern. Like, it's actually a concern. Now let's start getting set up with some 20mm artillery. Now, typically with this much eco, we have a lot of problems. Namely that we haven't gotten weapons out fast enough, or something of that sort. You can tell that there's still plenty of metal around the world, which will It's an indicator that we're not spending our money, and by not spending our money, I mean not building enough with our current available options. Let's continue constructing here. So now basically we are going to be building a giant block here around which we can work. And this block will serve the purpose of basically just being a hard wall. I would like one more of these, I think. Yes. Alright, I'm hearing mortar sounds. So let's get set up with some anti-air. And I don't know, how about a standard cannon here? That'll do nicely. This is one instance where I'm going to be setting up with these. Get it all set up nicely here. Alright, so now let's go ahead and develop some forward emplacements here. The idea with this is that this will be a machine gun array, anti-air generally. Yep. I see what you got this. I see what you've got going on here. Now let's get set up with some doors, because we have the money for it. Let's take a look at the opponents. Big stuff. Love to see it. Hate to see it. Love to see it. I think it can actually aim out there. Okay. Build all the way across. And then some machine gunners. Here we go. That'll help with this. And more doors. I'm being extra safe with this because I can be, and I have concerns that if I'm not extra safe with it, then things are going to become a problem when things get inevitably chaotic. The enemy, of course, has been firing first, but I'm not super worried about that. So we don't have a lot of vulnerable points, and the DPS they're hitting us with is, if I may, not extreme. So I'm not too worried about it. Now when it comes to this, let's sell this. And begin firing. Taking some hits here. There we go. Look at it. Oh, they have an energy shield. Neat. And up we go. Keep it going. There is a world here in which we blast ourselves. I'd really prefer that we don't, but we'll see how that goes. Alright, let's open this up. As we have shots raining all over the place. Those look generally quite well aimed, at least I think so. This does not have an angle, question mark? Now it does, okay. And then you go here. Does this one have an angle? This one looks like it doesn't have an angle. Alright, so we'll sell this one off. Nice. And now, it is time for artillery. I notice they have exposed weaponry here. Let's see if we can't take advantage of that. And let's commit mass kinetics. Ah, yeah, there we go. Now that's better. That's so much better. Look at it. Some of them are aimed a little far, which is unfortunate. Let's aim this lower, try to hit some of those railguns. That's a railgun hit. Ooh, and that is why we have the double door situation going on here. Okay then, let's sell this. Make it go away. They are hitting us with an atom cannon, which is unfortunate for our health. Uh-oh. Real unfortunate for our health. But you know, didn't actually break anything important. I can work with that. Oh dear. Alright. Let's send another volley of extraordinary cannon fire. Aim this one a little lower. Send it. Well, that's rude. Alright, some of those are going real far. Now, let's build up even further. They have another atom cannon incoming. Well, that's rude. It'll take out some of our artillery pieces. They have another atom cannon incoming. That's even more rude. Swing and a miss. I think it was some of those higher angle ones. Like these that are a problem. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. This one maybe less so, but let's turn it down anyways. You should be good. Nice. And keep it going. And fire it. I'm liking it. Look at it. Yes, break it. Oh, it's much better. This is not going to do well for us, is it? Uh-oh. You know, honestly, it could have been way worse. Alright, come on, anti-air. You can do it. Alright, there we go. That's on fire. Stop being on fire. A little higher for you. A little higher for you. Solid hits. And we've broken their... we've broken their tier 3, which is nice. Love to see it. It just hit something up there. It's a shotgun. No more shotgun for you. 1 and 2. 2 more down. Let's carry it on. Ooh. Almost got him. Rude. That was my sniper. Alright. I would like to build up more back here. They missed. Alright, we're getting good damage dealt here. That's what it looks like. Just generalized DPS. Oh, a beautiful door snipe by the teammate. You'll love to see it. I think, in actuality, we can afford to fit a whole another artillery array over here. Oh, door snipe. Painful. But we've dug deeper. Oh, it's all come crumbling down, chat. Yellow. You'll love to see it. Another cannon goes here, followed by even taller, followed by another cannon going here, and keep firing. Yeah. God, that's just so satisfying to send all those shots out like that. This was not firing. Let's angle this differently. Ooh, massive damage. And that'll do. Ooh. I'm not sure if that was a direct impact or not, but it was close. Refire last. You know, that will always be satisfying, is what that will be. Look at it. Just digging into their weapons platform, and everywhere else for that matter. Okay. Let's keep it going. Which one of you is firing too far? One of you just has way too much power. Okay, teammate is handling that. Oh, you did in fact build an atom cannon. I like it a lot. Alright, let's see if we can't set up more of these back here. Which means building more back here generally. Reasonably certain these back here are solid. This one I'll dial back a little bit. Ooh, solid hits. Solid hits all around. Ooh, knock it out. That did a lot of impulse, but not a lot of direct damage. Well, I say that as if it didn't just, you know, break doors. That did some damage. It did some real damage. I'm just going to keep building boxes here. It would be more ideal for me to build like this. These larger kind of situations, but that's also just going to be physically slower for me to build. Is that true? Maybe once I build it the first time and I extrude out here, it'll be easier. Because I don't need as many clicks to get it done. And then we get even more artillery. It's artillery firing time. Rude. Oh, wow, none of them broke. Alright, I need artillery. We'll set you here and here. You know what? Let's do this and this and this, followed by just generalized more. I think this guy can do, yeah, we can fit one more here, I think. with a high angle on this. Open fire! That could go horribly wrong very quickly. Something is burning. Oh, rude. I'm reasonably certain that was the enemy return to sender hitting our stuff. Because they have those. Well, don't do that. Alright, so now we need something to deal with their return to senders. Which can come in the form of EMPs, I think, are going to be our option. Because we can. And that's just how that's going to go. Now we can send these shots far. Which are apparently not going far enough. Good jump with the EMP. Well, we tried. Oh, that is a beautiful atom cannon shell. Refire last, just everywhere. Let's pump these with even more power, because all of them were a little shy. Or at least won't be punished for going shy. There it is. Go on, collapse. Yes! Another one down. That aircraft is not going down, but its projectile did. This is going to detonate, and it's going to take that element with it. And now, we fire again. You'll love to see it. A little higher with this. I'll wait for the atom cannon to land. The return to sender has fallen. Atom cannon overflies. Ooh, there goes their aircraft. Their aircraft launcher. And their next return to sender. Alright, teammates got that. We can add even more. No, let me just add this here. And then here. Nice shot. Alright, well, I tried. That's still a little high. Fire everything. Alright, rude. I was planning on firing the EMPs after it, after firing the 20mm artillery. As a way to shut these down. Sitting there trying to snipe it out. There we go. Break them. Got a couple portals removed. That was a beautiful door snipe, if I don't say so myself. Well done. Just send that at max power, see where that goes. Here come the return descenders again. Ooh, and that's a perfect shutdown. If only we had cannons to follow that up with. Alright, come on. Oh, still a little high. And next. And here we go. Just keep it coming. I'm actually running out of money here. Look at us spending all of our cash. I didn't check to see where these actually were going. Beyond probably too far. The return descenders are once again shattered. Yeah, those are definitely going too far. Okay, now that is going to be a beautiful shot. Look at it. Great work, friend. Yeah, so these are definitely going too far. Okay. More cannons. Fire everything once again. God, that is just so much destruction from on high. It lives? It no longer lives. Good. Are these too strong? This one's too strong. That's what it is. Okay. I was wondering because it's been firing, it's been misfiring or misaimed all game. I just haven't had a good opportunity to figure out which one it was that was misaimed. And got us with another door snipe as we pull them apart. Oh, where is this thing? Gotta figure out where that laser is coming from. As we lose 2 more cannons to that. Their door sniper is quite effective, I must say. Alright, here we go. Time to hit even more damage. You know, I must say, I do love the artillery. It just makes me happy. Every single time. Like, it just doesn't get old. There's still one of them that's aimed with too much power. It's probably one of the rear ones. Send it. Boom. That sound, it just sounds so good. At some point, we're going to end up chopping them in half by virtue of, oh, so there is one from the first group that is still firing too hard. Is there any from the second group firing too hard? Or too shallow? It's kind of a big target. It's a little hard to miss. You know what? I think that's reasonable here. Okay, so one of you is still firing too hard. It's probably still this one. Dial that back. This one, yeah, okay, so that one's definitely still hitting too hard. As everything comes crumbling down. Alright, let's scale up 2 more cannons. We did it! Death by all the things. Very well done. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, because we have more content like this coming out every single week, multiple times a week. But for now, have a good night, everyone, and I'll see you guys later.